Have you ever lain next to your partner and felt like a stranger in your own bed? The room is silent, the years of shared memories are still there, but somehow you feel miles apart. It's not that the love is gone, it's not that she doesn't care, it's something inside you. Quiet, subtle, but real. For many men over 60, it starts with something simple: cold hands, a tired mind, that unspoken moment when your body doesn't respond the way it used to, and slowly, without warning, you begin to feel invisible. But here's what no one is saying out loud: this is not your fault. And it's not just old age. In fact, the root of this disconnection, this fading of energy and closeness, often comes down to one thing: poor blood flow. I'm Dr. James Whitmore, and after 30 years working with men just like you, I've seen how one simple habit each morning can bring that fire back. Not with medication, not with surgery, but with a glass of something you can prepare right in your own kitchen. In the next few minutes, I'll share with you how a 67-year-old man named Michael turned his life around in just 7 days, and how you can too. Don't go anywhere. This may be the quiet shift your body has been waiting for. Let's take a closer look at what's actually happening inside your body after 60, and why so many men begin to feel weaker, colder, and disconnected, even when their hearts are still full of love. You see, aging doesn't automatically mean losing vitality. What really changes is something much more silent and much more fixable. Around your late 50s and early 60s, your body naturally starts producing less nitric oxide, a simple yet crucial compound that keeps your blood vessels relaxed and open. Without it, your arteries begin to stiffen. It's like turning a flexible garden hose into a rigid pipe. The pressure increases, but the flow slows dramatically. And the places that suffer first: your hands, your feet, your brain, and yes, the parts of you most essential for intimacy and confidence. The result? You feel colder, even when the room is warm. You lose mental sharpness, even when you sleep well. You feel disconnected, even when your partner is lying right beside you. Most men chalk it up to aging. They tell themselves, well, I'm just getting old. But the truth is, they're not lacking youth, they're lacking circulation. What's even more surprising, this can happen without any major health issues. Even men who exercise and eat well can experience this slow fade simply because their blood isn't flowing where it once did. That's what happened to Michael, a 67-year-old retired pilot. He was active, smart, and still deeply in love with his wife. But he came to me one day and said, "Doc, I don't feel like me anymore." His hands were cold, his energy was low, and he was afraid something was slipping away. But after just 1 week of supporting his circulation with a simple morning habit, everything started to shift. What you're about to hear isn't theory. It's not wishful thinking. It's real. These are the stories of men who felt like they were fading and found their way back. Michael, 67, retired pilot. You've already met Michael. Calm, reliable, meticulous. But after retirement, something shifted. He told me, "I thought I'd finally have time to enjoy life, but instead I felt off." Cold hands, low energy, and intimacy with my wife, it just didn't feel the same. He wasn't sick, he wasn't depressed, but something was missing. I gave him the morning circulation ritual. On day 3, he called and said, "My hands are warm for the first time in months." On day 6, he said, "My wife touched my arm last night and I felt present." That's when I knew something was waking back up in him. Harold's 70, Former construction worker, Harold was a tough man. Decades on construction sites, sun-weathered skin, calloused hands. But when he came into my office, he said something I didn't expect. "Doc, I don't care about looking young. I just want to feel like a man again." He had lost interest in the bedroom. Not because he didn't love his wife, he adored her, but he felt embarrassed, weak, like he was letting her down. I asked him to try the ritual. 7 days. That's it. Day 1, I tasted the drink and said, "Well, this is weird." Day 4, I woke up before my alarm. I hadn't done that in years. Day 7, she pulled me close and said, "You seem lighter, happier." That moment meant everything. Bernard, 65, retired school principal. Bernard's issue wasn't physical at first, it was emotional. I walk into a room and forget why I came. I feel invisible, even at home. He was sharp, proud, and respected for decades. But now, in retirement, his sense of purpose felt muted. I introduced him to the morning habit, and just 5 days later, he emailed me, "It's not just what I feel, it's what I see in her eyes when I walk in. That spark is back." Samuel, 73, widower Samuel lost his wife 5 years ago. Since then, he hadn't felt warmth, not just emotionally, but physically. Cold hands, cold feet, cold days. He wasn't looking for a miracle, but he was open. 3 days after starting the ritual, he wrote in his journal, "For the first time in years, I slept through the night. I felt steady, strong." He shared that he'd started gardening again. And for the first time in a long while, he smiled just because. These stories may seem simple, but they are profound. Because when a man feels warmth in his hands again, he begins to trust his body again. When he feels clarity in his mind, he starts showing up differently. When he sees recognition in his partner's eyes, he knows he's still alive. This isn't about performance, it's about presence, about showing up fully in your life, your love, your identity. "I didn't realize how much I'd lost," one man told me, "until I started getting it back. And it all began with one glass, one decision, one quiet commitment to say, I'm still here." So what exactly is this morning ritual that helped Michael, Harold, Bernard, and Samuel feel like themselves again? It's not a magic pill. It's not a supplement you have to order online. And it's not something that only works for the lucky few. This is a glass you can make in your own kitchen using ingredients you may already have. I call it the morning circulation glass. Let me walk you through the ingredients and why they work. Ingredient 1, pomegranate juice. This vibrant red juice isn't just delicious, it's packed with powerful antioxidants that help relax and widen your blood vessels. Think of it as nature's way of giving your arteries a gentle morning stretch. It's also been linked to improved blood pressure and enhanced flow to vital areas, including your brain and reproductive system. Ingredient 2, beetroot powder. Beets are one of the richest natural sources of nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, the very compound that begins to decline after 60. By replenishing this, you're helping your blood vessels open up again, like clearing a blocked road to let traffic flow smoothly. Ingredient 3, fresh lemon juice. 1 tablespoon. Lemon may seem simple, but its acidity helps clean the lining of your arteries and improve nutrient absorption. It also adds a zesty brightness to the drink, making it feel fresh and energizing. Ingredient 4, a pinch of cayenne pepper. Just a tiny dash is enough to gently stimulate circulation and bring warmth to your limbs. Many cultures have used cayenne to ignite energy and boost heart health. You'll feel a slight tingle, That's your system waking up. Ingredient 5, raw honey, optional. This one's for taste. And a little bonus support. Raw honey contains natural enzymes that may assist with inflammation and digestive health, but more importantly, it helps round out the flavors so the drink is enjoyable each day. How to prepare and drink it each morning. Preferably on an empty stomach. Pour 8 oz of pomegranate juice into a glass. Stir in the beetroot powder. Squeeze in the lemon juice, add a pinch of cayenne and a small spoon of honey if you'd like. Mix well, take a breath, and drink it slowly. This isn't just a drink, it's a signal to your body, to your mind, to your spirit that you are choosing life over decline. Some men feel the difference within a few days. Warmer hands and feet, sharper focus, a subtle confidence returning. Others feel it in their relationships, their partner's smile, a gentle touch, a sense of being seen again. It's not magic, it's circulation, and it starts with one simple glass. Now, even with this powerful morning ritual, some men find their results slower than expected. They follow the steps, drink the glass each day, and still feel stuck. Why? Because behind the scenes, there are 3 silent habits that quietly choke your blood flow, no matter how well you eat or how faithfully you drink that morning glass. Let's shine a light on these invisible culprits. 1. Dehydration, the hidden drought inside you. Most men don't drink enough water, and no, coffee and tea don't count. Your blood is over 90% water. Without enough of it, blood becomes thicker, slower, and struggles to reach the very places that matter most. It's like trying to push molasses through a straw. Even mild dehydration can make your hands colder, your thoughts foggier, and your energy lower. Simple fix. Start your day with a full glass of water before your circulation drink, and keep sipping throughout the day, even if you're not thirsty. 2. Sitting too long. The modern day trap. We weren't meant to sit for hours. Yet many retired men find themselves watching TV, reading, or doing puzzles for long stretches. When you sit too long, blood pools in the lower body and your vessels lose their flexibility. The flow slows, the fire dims. Simple fix. Set a timer every hour. Stand up, stretch, take 20 steps. Even 2 minutes of movement can reawaken your body. 3. Silent stress. The circulation killer. No one talks about stress isn't always loud. Sometimes it shows up as a tight chest, a clenched jaw, or a heavy silence at dinner. Chronic low-grade stress raises cortisol, which narrows blood vessels and robs your body of flow, even if you're doing everything else right. Simple fix. Breathe deeply. Write your thoughts down. Walk in the sun. Speak to someone you trust. Peace is not a luxury. It's medicine. Together, these 3 adjustments can unlock the full power of your circulation ritual. Because when blood flows freely, so does energy. So does clarity, so does connection. So now you know. This journey wasn't just about a drink. It was about something far more important. Belief. Belief that your body isn't broken. Belief that intimacy doesn't fade because of age, but because we stop fueling the fire. Belief that even after 60, 70, or beyond, you can still show up with confidence, warmth, and connection. We've talked about circulation. We've uncovered the quiet truth about nitric oxide and blood flow. We've seen how one morning glass, crafted from simple ingredients, helped real men feel more alive than they had in years. We've heard their voices. Michael, whose hands warmed and whose marriage reignited. Harold, who laughed again beside the woman he loves. Bernard, who saw the spark in his wife's eyes return. Samuel, who found peace in the garden and joy in his breath. And we addressed the subtle habits, dehydration, stillness, and silent stress, that block the very life we're trying to reclaim. But most of all, I hope you've heard this. You're not too old, you're not too late, you're not alone. You still have more to give, more to feel, more to experience. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about reclaiming vitality. It's about waking up tomorrow, pouring that glass, and telling your body, I'm still here and I still matter, because someone out there still needs your presence, still looks up to you, still loves you deeply, and wants to feel close again. So start with one glass, and let it be the first of many steps toward a life that feels full again. Physically, emotionally, intimately. And in the next episode, we'll explore how couples can reconnect after years of silence, because this journey, your journey, is just getting started. Michael went from numb hands and silent dinners to warm mornings and quiet joy in his wife's smile. Harold, once heavy with shame and silence, now walks lighter, held not just by health, but by love. Bernard, who felt invisible even at home, now sees himself reflected in the sparkle of her eyes. They didn't just regain circulation, they came back to life.